listening to Belly Up Sports Podcast Network product. Some said we go belly up, so we made it our name, and we're still here.
Welcome back to the Scoreboard Addicts podcast. Somehow I ended up on the bottom. There we go. We were always right with the world. TJ was trying to hide and failed miserably. I'm glad we're not wearing the same shirt, but we're back. The holy triumvirate. I'm Nick. With me, as always, is Anthony the Rook and TJ, who is on his way to being hammered. He's smoking something in his house. I don't know what he's smoking. But he's
having coffee tonight.
Smoking a pancake.
I have a bourbon.
I'm drinking
Lucky bastard.
Coke.
Episode 72. We've been gone for 2 weeks, so let's do a little catch up.
Let's be fair. We haven't been gone. We've been on hiatus because we have been dropping
Content.
some stuff. Content's coming out, like Beer and a Take is full effect. All right. Day 6 dropped today. All right. So we haven't been out. We've been doing some stuff.
Yeah, it's hard work. It's not easy to, slam down beers and then sit there and with our horrible palates comment on it. It's like, yep, this one tastes like a beer.
Yeah, we had a review too, a review as well. That was done. So we are busy. And also it was a holiday, so we couldn't really record. We were busy with holiday stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my.
My volume up. No, I don't have my regular mic today.
Oh, you sound a little low.
That's a mic fail. I think Rook should be on the bottom for that.
I couldn't find my mic, so I'm just using the hard drive one.
He said you're
not hard drive, the hard unit. Hard unit?
I got a hard unit listening to this.
You definitely like hard units.
All right. Anyway,
the hardware.
How was your holiday, guys?
It was great. Stuffed my face. Got nice and fat.
About your hard unit. That was good. It's quiet. I got a 3D printer, so I'm printing out all types of cool things.
Got a 3D printed knife?
Yeah.
Is it sharp?
Yeah.
Can you cut your steak with it?
Oh, it's a razor blade in there?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. I was waiting for you to 3D print us golf ball markers or something like that with our logo on it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We could sell them.
Screw selling them. I need them for the course. I get mad and I throw it.
Golf
a whole bag of them.
Like a ball marker for the.
Yeah, you make a poker chip marker.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, Nick.
The plastic for that only costs like $1 bazillion. So
you can make a golf tee.
Oh,
ooh!
I'll never have to pay for tees again.
Nice.
I don't know if that would be cost effective.
Yeah, no, tees are not that expensive to use like the 3D print stuff on it.
Oh, I'm looking right now. They have like these little things that clip to your pants that hold balls.
Yeah, those
usually my pants hold balls too, but inside, not clipping to the belt.
Well, if you don't want to put them in your pocket, they clip to your belt.
Well, we are on hard units and balls already in this podcast. We're in only 4 minutes, so shaping up well, boys. Shaping up well.
Progress. But a ball marker. I'll think about it. We'll see. We'll see where we get to. I'm right now making Christmas ornaments.
I mean, you were making assault wands from the Harry Potter world. So, I'm serious.
Is Voldemort's wand.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
Bad news, dude. I'm pretty sure Nancy Pelosi is 100% against ghost guns and ghost wands.
I'm also I'm pretty positive you're not supposed to say that guy's name.
He's dead.
He is dead.
Guys, I just started watching.
Yeah, so you know he's dead.
He kills him in episode 1.
Oh yeah, he does kill him in episode 1.
At the end of the first movie, he dies.
I know. That's the Voldemort?
Yeah, the Dark Lord.
Come on, bro. Like, but you know what? We're so many years removed. You can't there's no spoiler alert here. It's just at this point it's played out. Hey, guess what? At the end of Sixth Sense, Bruce Willis is a ghost.
No.
What?
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's so
I had no idea.
My God.
I think the statute of limitations are well past the Sixth Sense spoilers. That's definitely like
same as
we're holding
Harry
back
Potter guy.
like 16 years ago, but whatever.
Yeah.
When did Harry Potter come out?
The last movie came out in like 2011 or something. It's been like 10 years.
Did it really come
So
out?
where have you been watching? Have you been watching it off of Nick's Plex?
No, I'm watching HBO Max.
Oh, okay, damn. I was gonna say, Nick, we could have really trolled him and been like, "Oh yeah, here you go. Here's the next installment, Rook." All of a sudden, he's watching Harry Twatter. His wife walks in like, "What is this?" I swear to God, it's Harry Potter.
By the way, Rook, the way you were just laughing, it looked like this guy.
On the little
twins.
That's pretty funny. No, yeah, that'd be really funny if I was like, what they'll turn on Harry Potter like 2. And I'm just like, wait a minute. This is just porn.
Why is Harry strapping one on about to take it to Ron?
Why
Let's show you a wand. I don't know. Just want to get his junk dirty. Fuck do I know?
This took a turn.
We're gonna get this again though, because I have a segment about this, so we'll get to
Harry giving it to Ron.
No.
And the chocolate starfish. Jesus, that's some segment, Rook.
No, not that.
Beer and a take. Hey guys, while I'm sitting here sipping on this delicious beverage, let me talk to you about sodomy. We're taking a turn here, folks. We are taking a turn. It is Christmas.
That's 2 weeks. That's being on for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Back to Beer and a Take. So Beer and a Take is off and running. We're 6 days in. We'll have episode 7 tomorrow. We're dropping it. And end of all this, what we'll do is we'll probably put out a graphic with like our highest graded beers and our lowest graded beers. Nick won in today on the Southern Tier Winter. You gave it all.
I was surprised. Dude, I thought he was going to give it like a 1.5, but I guess
like 1.
No, it wasn't. Listen, it wasn't bad. I'm not going to get into details. Watch the episode. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't Christmas. That's all. I mean, you drink a Christmas beer, you expect to taste some Christmas in that bad boy. A little cinnamon, some nutmeg. By the way, I don't know if you guys knew this, but nutmeg, if you eat it in enough quantities, gets you high.
Yeah, it's a lot though.
It's a tablespoon.
No,
that's so little. No way.
I promise you, it's a tablespoon of nutmeg will get you high as a kite.
That's right. Sorry, paprika is a lot of paprika. Yeah, will get you messed up.
What's it called? The stuff that's on bagels.
Oh, poppy seeds.
Poppy seeds. Yeah. But no,
so that won't get you high. Poppy seeds will get you
failed drug test for heroin.
Yeah, but it's some like ridiculous amount.
Yeah, it would have to be like 5 pounds of poppy seeds or some shit like that.
That would be great. Trying to go down to getting drug tested from your job, sitting there with all track marks and scratching and shit. I swear to God, I ate a poppy seed bagel. It's like, sir, you just propositioned me in the elevator for $5 for sexual favors. I don't think it was for a bagel.
If I did that, I'd be like, I just eat a lot. So they'd be like, all right.
Do lawyers get drug tested?
No, not really.
Are you kidding me? Nobody would have been able to practice law in the 80s if lawyers got drug tested.
That's true.
Speaking about propositions and drugs, we have our dear friend Matt now facing the reality of three owed one-chip challenges, and I chose him because when I went 5-0, I was able to choose somebody. Rook did not bribe me. Not a bribe.
It's not
offered me relief
because you asked for it.
I did. I said I would be willing to hear any offers on who I'm going to choose, and I could be swayed. And this is an illegal situation, so I am allowed to be swayed in my decision. I'm allowed to be biased. So you gave me a reason to not pick you. You already paid half your debt with some free Christmas beers, which were delicious, and the other half coming in Atlantic City when we go down to AC right before Christmas.
Exactly.
So the reality is setting in for Matt, and he reached out and said, all right, seriously, we're getting close to chip time. What can I do to not do this one chip? And I'm like, man, I can't extort you. I'm not going to tell you, like, give me $100 and we'll call it a day.
Now that's
I'm not going to. not going to do that. But I said, it's whatever you want to offer, but it's got to be something good if I'm going to punish myself with my own, gifting of one chip. So we'll see. I told him, think on it and let me know.
Yeah, I mean,
listen,
here's
it's not fun.
He was going to try to pick me because he had opportunity. He was 3-0. He was feeling himself because he hasn't had a 3-0 start ever in the 13 weeks that we've done this. He usually starts like 1-3, 1-4. He never has a good start. So
I want to point out Matt actually gambles
horribly,
and I don't. And I'm fairly certain I did pretty well last season by comparison.
So yeah,
we were all in contention going into the last week.
Last week, yeah, one of us could have ended up in pajamas. One of us could have won.
Yeah,
he was trying to threaten me well, if I win these next two, I'm going to I'm going to pick you. I'm like, you're not going to win. First of all, even if you did go 5-0, it would be shocking. You'd still be out of the running. You still wouldn't be anywhere close to us, and he still would have to have 3 chips before he gives somebody else a chip. That's it. You can't be giving out chips when you owe 3.
I agree. I mean, I only bought 3. I didn't think there was going to be such ramifications from this bet, and there are. So we got 2 weeks left. Obviously we got the rest of the football season, but the bet concludes before we go to AC.
Yeah, we'll continue doing the picks, but our bet ends when we go to AC.
Because somebody's going to receive a $100 bottle or 2 $50 bottles from the 2 people that lost, and the winner right now, I'm up 3 on Rook.
I had 2 bad weeks in a row, 1 in 4 weeks.
So, possible 10 games. Rook's going to have to, unless I go over 2 weeks in a row, Rook is going to essentially have to, I would say your target is probably going 8 for 10.
I think it's gonna be tough. I honestly think you have it because the 3. I need you to do bad. I need to do.
I did, and then, you know what? The lines are getting tough. It's getting tight. So
it's the point of the NFL season where literally anyone could win.
Yeah.
You had I think the Raiders won this week against. Didn't the Raiders win against? No. I think the Chargers beat them. But they played a close game though too, and you had
KC lost.
KC lost. You had the Saints took the Buccaneers to the last second to lose that game. And that was a plus 3.5 for the Saints. They covered. You weren't expecting that. The Saints
no, absolutely not.
So, it's that point where the season where anything could happen.
Oh, absolutely. You had the Commanders and Giants ending a tie. Disgusting. Giants were playing for a tie, which is
that was embarrassing.
Just horrible.
They're throwing balls to the sideline just to get a couple yards here and there. Move the
ball.
Dude,
their whole game plan, and I'm very surprised. We might as well get right in the NFL, right into the Giants. I was very surprised at Dable playing for the tie. You'd think he'd go for the win. I understand where they're sitting in the standings. A tie doesn't hurt them, and a loss obviously would hurt them. But to actually go out there and on national TV play for a tie, it's very embarrassing, especially when I don't know, dude. You don't take a shot at the end. You're pretty much in field goal range and you decide not to go for it. Again, a long field goal. It would have been 56, 57 yards, something like that.
Before the actual last attempt, you mean?
Yeah. So
he tried to draw him off sides and he just let the delay of game happen, which was just it was ridiculous.
And you know what?
I think it was a 4th and 1 or a 4th and 2.
Close enough where you would think, especially with the running game that the Giants do possess, you'd think they'd try it, but I don't know. Playing for a tie is just embarrassing. It really is, and that's coming from a Jet fan who I've been embarrassed my entire life. So, not even with football. I embarrassed myself on the reg.
I would say so. What happened was annoying. I think after the game, Dable said that he was upset with the offensive play calling because I think he doesn't play. He doesn't call the plays. It's Kafka who does. Mike Kafka, who's been pretty good with the offense, but I just think he played really conservative in that 4th quarter, and he played extra conservative in that overtime. I think they were afraid to lose. And the thing is, at this point in the season, I kind of get it because, can the Giants make a push for the playoffs? Sure, it would be fun for the fans, but they're trying to build for the future. Joe Schoen and Brian Dable. And they're working with scraps, basically. They don't have, the NFL caliber talent all over the place. They have some good guys who are playing. They've had a lot of injuries lately, which is tough to play with. And I think for them it was we don't really need the win. Our jobs are safe, That's kind of how I felt at that point when they were playing really conservative. It was like, we don't need to win. We're still checking out our quarterback. We kind of don't want to fuck ourselves completely out of a draft spot if we lose this game or if we tie it, you know. So I think that's why they were playing conservative, because they know their jobs are safe. It was infuriating as a fan to watch, because then they finally went for that field goal. I think it was like 58-yarder. It looked good until about the last like 2 or 3 feet. And then it just died out. And that's like Meadowlands' win, probably. Probably didn't help it at all. But I mean, it's tough to get a tie. It was infuriating. Where all you need to do is get a field goal at that point in the fourth quarter. And they just couldn't even they weren't even pushing to try to get the field goal. It was maddening that fourth quarter. Usually the Giants are really good in the fourth quarter, and they give up that late fourth quarter touchdown to the Commanders was just embarrassing. Then you play for the tie, and you have 20 seconds on the clock. You need it out. Let it run out. I think you try to just take a shot. Who cares at that point, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree.
But yeah, I mean, the tie is infuriating. They're still in a playoff spot. They have a 6 seed. You know, 17 make the playoff this year. So, you know, I hope that they'll still be in there. I still think they got to get to 10 to 11 wins. I think they're obviously running out of time. The Eagles coming up, and they have to play the Commanders again, which hopefully that won't end in a tie. I hope they'll actually win a game.
Yeah, Commanders playing them two games in a row. I mean, they got the bye this week coming up.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, the Commanders are playing really well. They won 5 straight before they lost the tie to the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, Heineke, serviceable, huh?
He's playing much better than Carson Wentz was. And then, I mean, listen, if the Giants make the playoffs, not the biggest deal. I think obviously we want the playoffs. You want that experience. But, I mean, it's still a young team. There's still a lot of guys who aren't going to be there next year. They're going to bring in their own players. So it's just an improvement year just to see where they're at. If they know Jones is the guy or not. And I think at this point, the Giants may actually re-sign him, because I don't really see there's anyone – unless there's a big free agent available or a trade available for someone.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the only free agent right now is Lamar Jackson, and Lamar Jackson just got – I think he just tore his he had some sort of – I don't think it was an ACL. UCL? He had a
UCL in your elbow.
Yeah, he had an elbow injury. Yeah. It wasn't an ACL. It was a UCL, I think. So
I think the one thing going down the stretch that we're seeing with the NFL is the high-powered offenses are having serious issues on defense. I mean, I've been discussing this with like my cousin Brian's a diehard Bills fan, and I'm like, are you really confident? Because the Bills give up a shit ton of points, and how many weeks in a row barely edge out teams rather that they should be blowing out. Like, and he's sitting there all confident and shit. I'm like, how could you be confident going into the playoffs?
Now, on that defense I agree with you.
I mean, you lost to the Jets. They lost to the Pats.
They lost to the Dolphins, I think.
Sorry, the Dolphins. My mistake. We lost to the Pats twice. The Dolphins. It's. If I'm a Bills fan, I'm definitely nervous going into playoffs.
Well, I mean, the Bills were supposed to go undefeated this year. That's what I was told.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they had the AFC locked up, no problem going into the season, but that AFC is wide open, AFC East. And then KC's defense just doesn't stop anybody, apparently. That game was a joke. I thought they were going to roll through with that victory, and it was just like how many first downs are you going to give, like long first downs, 10, 12-yard pickups on first down, second down? It's like, Jesus, stop somebody.
Well, Nick, what did he hurt? You said it? I missed it.
PCL.
That's what it was.
In his knee.
I knew it was something. I knew it wasn't an ACL. Either way,
I know it was a CL. It was some sort of cruciate ligament.
Yeah.
Thank you, counselor. We'll rely on the medical staff instead of the legal staff.
That's why I have medical experts when I have to do medical injuries and stuff. Yeah, I agree with you, TJ. Some of those high-powered offenses are really going to struggle with defenses, but it's going to come down to you're going to have like Bills and KC scoring like a 45-43 game in the AFC Championship. Everyone's going to love it. This is the greatest game ever. This is the greatest.
You know what, though? I'm going to say this. I've been saying it all season long. Certain teams in the NFL right now, they center around one player, and that one player is the quarterback. And without that guy, they are shit teams. If KC doesn't have Mahomes and if Buffalo doesn't have Allen, you saw Allen played poorly for about 2-3 games. And they lost those 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
And if KC didn't have Mahomes, you wouldn't even be talking about them right now because their team is not well balanced. They can't do anything other than him. Nobody other than him does anything good.
Dude, and it's funny because the Jets have the exact opposite situation. Like the Jets, the defense keeps them in every single game. And
not just the defense, special teams does a very good job. And the run game, they can run the football.
Right. And the funny thing is, and dude, and I'm sorry, I do not respect the Chicago Bears. I don't respect their fan base. They're a clown show fan base. The shit talking that they do. And I believe it was like FanDuel or somebody posted a little bit through the Jets-Bears game, which the Jets ended up winning, that these Bears fans are sitting there like, oh, yeah, Sauce Gardner's so good. The Jets defense getting roasted right now. It's like, what fucking game are you watching that they're getting roasted? I didn't see any roasting. So you score a touchdown and that's roasting? How many touchdowns were scored on the Bears defense? Like, cut the shit.
Like, well, we're rebuilding. Your franchise has been rebuilding since the 80s.
Yeah. And seriously, how shitty Green Bay is, Green Bay still owns that ass.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's true.
It's nuts, dude. I picked against Green Bay. I'm like, dude, Aaron Rodgers. I was like, maybe they've been having a shit year. The only thing that keeps that team somewhat relevant offensively is the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. And I'm like, all right, Bears at home. There's no way they got to be amped up that they're continuously just getting molested in front of their fan base nonstop by Green Bay. Green Bay's having an off year. They really don't have much weapons, and you still get molested.
Is that why you were so mad at the Bears this weekend?
I was, because it was like they're for the taking. They're up in the beginning of the game, and they just can't hold out off of Aaron Rodgers. It's just they're built to lose.
I thought that it was more interesting that the Bears decided not to play Justin Fields against the Jets, not because he was injured, but because, and matter of fact, they injured Trevor Siemian to the point where now he's on the IR and he's done for the season. Because they were like, Fields we'd rather Trevor Siemian get hurt right now than Justin Fields lose any confidence getting his ass waxed by the Jets.
How the hell could he have confidence? He's garbage, dude.
Don't tell that to the Pontiffs. They freaking think he's the smartest guy, like the best player since sliced bread. I've never seen a quarterback who throws the ball less get more credit, except for Tebow. And we all know how that story played out.
I'm actually surprised because you're finally starting to see, at least in the Twitterverse of sports fans, Trevor Lawrence is finally starting to get called out for this guy might be a bust. No, and we've been saying it all year.
Over 300 yards per game and like 2 touchdowns, and they're like, "Oh, he's on the rise. He's the greatest thing since sliced bread."
Well, who did they beat? Who they beat? They lost to the Lions. But they beat.
They won this week.
No, they lost to the Lions.
They won last week.
Okay, I forget what it was. It was like a big game. They came back at the end.
I want to say they beat the Ravens.
The Ravens, which the Ravens are kind of frauds. So.
Right.
The Lions is that they're that jinxy sort of team where all of a sudden it's like, hey, by the way, we're going to score a shit ton of points.
It depends on who they're playing.
Points, they just can't stop anybody from scoring points.
Depends who they're playing.
I think it's hilarious considering their first round pick was the second pick overall, and quite honestly, he's not that good either. And they're like, oh, he leads all rookies in sacks. I'm like, it's great. He's got like 2 more than Jermaine Johnson, and Jermaine Johnson's played like 1/3 of the snaps that he's played.
Listen, hands down, the Jets have the best rookie class. I don't hear anything. Hands down, it can't even be argued.
Seahawks are a close second.
Yeah,
I like that Jets defense, though. I'll tell you that much. That's a really good defense team.
Listen, that Vikings game killed me. It really did. The Jets had opportunities. Berrios dropping that ball that should have been caught, and I mean, honestly, Berrios has sure hands, dude. That killed me.
Listen, it's not an easy pass to catch.
I'm not saying it is, but it's not a hard one either.
It was tipped by the defender.
No, barely. I mean, he got a hand in there, but it was still in his chest.
He's laying down. It hit him in his.
He wasn't laying down. He was on his way to the ground. It hit him in the chest.
It hit him in the chest, in the diaphragm when he's diving toward his head.
I agree, dude.
It's not an easy play. Honestly, if the referee
Brees Hall would have punched that in, Brees Hall not being in the lineup is devastating.
Well, it's a comment from Ryan from No Credentials Required. What's up, Ryan? Thanks for listening or tuning in. Said that Jets game was a heartbreaker. Those situations at the 5 was where Brees Hall would have been punched in scores.
Yeah.
I think what I agree with Ryan on that one. What killed me with the Jets game was the officiating from the first half. All right. They're calling everything on the Jets. You're watching that first interception off of Corey Davis. He got there early. That was an early contact by the defender. They didn't call it. It is what it is. But the more egregious one was Denzel Mims in the corner. He has a hand in his face a good second before the ball gets there. And I know the rules. The rule doesn't say you have to play the ball. But if you make contact, it's in order to play the ball. So if you don't turn around, right? And you make contact, then you're not playing the ball. You can't say I was going after the ball. The rule doesn't say you have to turn around. It doesn't say that. The rule says that if you make incidental contact, you have to be playing the ball. So that was incidental contact, but his back wasn't completely turned. His hand is in Denzel Mims' face. And then they missed 2 holding calls when Cousins runs for a first down around the 15, 20-yard line. And then that bullshit call on Whitehead where he drops a clean hit on Justin Jefferson. And it bothers me for 2 reasons. One, it's not a dirty hit. It's not an illegal hit. And they just fucking threw a flag. That bothers me. The reason that the second reason that it bothers me is that they threw the flag because of who got hit, not why, not the process in which he was hit. Because if Justin Jefferson was a bum ass fucking receiver, if it was Denzel Mims out there, they wouldn't have thrown a flag. They'd have been like, fuck it, we don't care. Just like when a Jets quarterback gets slammed to the ground, like Mike White did, they don't throw a fucking roughing flag. But if it's somebody else, if it's fucking Mahomes or if it's Burrow, they're throwing fucking flags. If it's Brady, they're throwing flags.
Dude, how many roughing the passers were they going to give Burrows this week? They're following to the letter of the law, and you see the coach screaming, let them fucking play. Andy Reid screaming, let them play at the ref. Because why? Because if I'm getting held up by your O-lineman and all I can do is grab you and fall on you, and the second one, I believe the D lineman was like on his knees or on his way to his knees when he grabbed him around the waist, because he falls on him and doesn't have the ability to go sideways across his fucking sternum. It's roughing the passer. Bullshit. If it wasn't a huge – you want to get rid of the huge hits on the quarterback, especially like, let's say, from the blind side and then falling on him after, destroying him because he can't really brace himself. He doesn't even see it coming. I can understand those. But if you're talking about having no momentum, already being on top of him and falling on the guy, and that's too hard, bullshit. Enough. We're too late in the year to be calling those bullshit plays because you're essentially changing the path of the game with a penalty that wasn't a penalty 2 years ago.
What I thought was interesting, and I think it's always interesting when other players in the league have commentary about what's happening in another game, in a game they're not playing in, and you're talking about a player watching a game. And this was Jordan Poyer in reference to Whitehead putting a hit on Justin Jefferson, and I'll share what he had to say right now. And here it is. This is the video we're talking about. Jefferson gets hit. He gets hit in the shoulder with another player's shoulder. And release and catch and clean hit, right? Jordan Poyer had this to say about it. If I could find the damn thing. I mean, my goodness, they want us to play flag football at this point.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I mean,
what are you supposed to do? Like, everything you're taught on how to tackle is like a toss-up of 50-50 if it's going to be a penalty or not. And it's egregious at this point.
Because they're going to sit there and say, oh, well, they're teaching it wrong. No, the intent of the play is to dislodge the ball from the player.
Right.
If that's not what the intent is, then now you need to change the rules and how we're going to play the game. Because the whole point is you're supposed to hit the guy to make sure he doesn't catch the ball, right? At that point, I'm not tackling him to make a tackle. I'm trying to hit him to dislodge the ball from him catching it.
You're disrupting the play.
Unless the NFL wants to change the dynamic of the game and make it that, all right,
which they do.
Now the ball is going to touch your hands and it's a catch regardless. Then I mean, I don't know what you want the defender to do. The defender's job is to make sure he doesn't catch the ball. Like, what do you want him to do?
Mike Berlin says they did change the rules on how to play the game. LOL.
They changed the rules on how they want people to allow people to tackle. Until they change the rules to the point where the defender can't dislodge the ball from the receiver's hands, then I'm going to do what I can to make sure that happens. He hit him with his shoulder in his shoulder. What else is he supposed to do?
I don't know.
Like walk up to him and go, booga, 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 don't catch it. Like, what's he supposed to do? Scare him? Get an air horn, put it in his pocket, and blow it in his ear when he's supposed to catch it? Like, what's he supposed to do?
Dude, the NFL's weak attempt at, after like 20 years of saying CTE doesn't exist and the sport's safe and blah, 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 blah. And then finally, after how many lawsuits and how many doctors come out and say like, oh, no, yeah, these guys are fucked up. Like they're screwed for life after they get out of the NFL after playing for a certain length of time. And amazingly, it's not that long a time. It doesn't take that many blows to the head to get, screwed for life. Now they're going to try to backtrack and be like, oh, well, we're trying to make it safer by completely ruining the very essence of the game.
Mike Burlon says, and excuse me if I'm butchering your last name, bro, surprise air horns would be amazing.
Actually,
imagine you're crossing the middle and out of nowhere, the safety just running next to you, burn, and you're like, oh, crap. The quarterback's looking at you like, why didn't you catch that? Oh, man, the guy freaking scared the shit out of me.
It's like when the cannons go off the Tampa Bay Buccaneers too early or too late when no one scores and everyone gets freaked out. Like, oh, shit.
It's hilarious, dude. Like, if you compare, the 90s, NFL in the 90s to now, it's essentially like Happy Gilmore when he drives the Volkswagen Bug on the course and runs him over with it. And now it's just like, no, stop.
I like Jack Tatum. Jack Tatum's quote was, I think my best hits border on felonious assault. I'm pretty sure he killed a guy in preseason. Or he at least paralyzed him.
Jesus Christ.
It was preseason. Like
nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to sit here and watch players get injured, and nobody wants to see somebody, lose their career or anything like that. But at the same time, it's football, dude. It's supposed to be violent. It's supposed to be nasty and gritty. Listen, and to say it's not is a lie.
If we wanted to watch fucking flag football, then we'd watch fucking powder puff flag football. And even then, like I love watching fucking LFL because those girls can hit, man.
Dude, Lingerie Football League has bigger hits than the NFL currently.
Hey, Legends Football League.
Yeah, lingerie. Come on.
They don't wear lingerie anymore. They were like
have a goblin jump out like those haunted houses.
No, have a little guy jump onto the field. I'm the leprechaun.
Dude, we are slowly but surely going the way of basketball, and we're gonna have psych out soon.
Yeah.
Watch that. Got milk.
You can't hit a quarterback. You can't hit a wide receiver. Like, what are you going to do as a defense? It makes it harder to play defense.
But that's what they want. They want the offense to go up because offense drives viewership. But that's not really true because I want to see somebody get lit the fuck up. Like, you think hockey would still exist if there were no fights?
No.
That's 50% of the fun.
I agree. Steve Perry.
Steve Perry. Hey, I heard your sister goes out with squeaks. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for getting it. We appreciate you.
Listen, it's funny, but it's sad, dude. It ruins watching the games, especially when you're betting and you have money on the line and you're just awarding people 30 yards for free on bullshit pass interferences or personal fouls. It's a joke, dude.
I think the real killer for me is that the players don't like it. And then the other thing is all these guys talking about CTE. This is not like it was unknown 30 years ago. If you watch Any Given Sunday, which Lawrence Taylor is in, his character has concussion problems. And he's like, I'll shake like a coconut on a tree for another $1 million. And that is how every player feels. There's not one player sitting out there going, oh, I guarantee you Tua Tagovailoa knew he had a concussion. And he went out there because he was like, fuck, man, if I don't play this game right now, I'm not hitting that bonus.
Yeah.
The money was worth it at the time, but once you're like 50, 60 years old and you spent all your money on fucking bullshit and you gave it to people that you hung out with and you went to clubs, you did all the stupid bullshit young people do. Now you're like, fuck, I spent all my money and now my brain is all fucked up. I need to sue somebody. Bro, you knew it was wrong at the time and you went through it anyway. I promise you right now, if I get hurt at work and my knee hurts, I'm staying on the floor. I'm like, my knee. I got a checking in a savings. All my money's in my savings. I'm not going to be able to stand up for 3 or 5 days. The doctor says I need a backiotomy. Like, I'm not getting up, but these guys are like, fuck it. If I play one more down, come on, you, Mike.
Like I said, Tua didn't know he had a concussion. He wasn't.
Mike, I've had a few concussions in my life, and I knew I had a concussion. When the sky had stars in it and I couldn't feel my hands, I was like, yep, I got a C word. Be cool.
Well, I think he
had a concussion.
Tua didn't know because he was so fucked up. He didn't realize he had a concussion at the time. That's what he's trying to
trust me. When you get a concussion, when you do this, when you get up and your legs don't work and you go, there's something wrong. Like, take a knee, walk off the field. I did say backiotomy.
and not for nothing, the what's it called? Kansas City got screwed on a call. Like instead of them blowing the whistle for forward progress, they lose the ball, turnover, and then you had the Jets game where they blew the whistle way too early while he's still moving downfield.
Yeah,
like an extra 6 yards, and they blew the whistle. It's like, dude, he's still moving up the field.
He picked up another like first down or something like that.
Yeah.
They were like, no. We called it back there in the backfield where you broke that first 3 tackles. Those were good.
Like,
I'm telling you, the refs were in on it, bro. I'm telling you, the NFL was like, hey, these Jets need to stop. We can't have this anymore. We're not surprised as Jets fans, and Ryan can agree. As Jets fans, we know every week we're playing whoever we're playing and the Zebras. Every week we don't get calls. Our players get banged over the head regularly. We don't get personal fouls called for us. They get us on the most ticky-tack bullshit, and nobody's going to stand up for the Jets. Nobody.
But the Jets right now are in a playoff position. They're in 7th seed.
They're hanging on by a thread, though, right now.
They're hanging on by a thread, but I mean, listen, I think they have an easier road than the Giants do. And the Giants face like the Vikings again. They have to face the Vikings. They have to face the Eagles twice. They have to face the Commanders again, who are playing pretty well. It's a tough schedule for the Giants. The Jets have a better shot. The Jets defense, I think, is 10 times better than the Giants right now.
By the way, the Giants have the second hardest schedule moving forward.
Yeah.
The Jets have the 6th.
Oh, so it's slightly better.
It's not that. And honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. The fucking Vikings are frauds, and you guys can beat them.
No, but I was going to say, as long as it's not at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Kirk Cousins the best. 8 p.m. Kirk Cousins.
By the way, that's also why they didn't flex the Jets game to a night game. Because Kirk Cousins ain't playing on Sunday Night Football or Monday Night Football.
Can't win in prime time.
Or Thursday Night Football.
No, what I want to see. I want to see a Vikings-Giants primetime game because you have Daniel Jones, who's never won a primetime game, and Kirk Cousins, who folds in primetime games. So it's like someone has to win this game. But knowing the Giants, like, they'll tie.
It sounds like an Amazon Prime game. Those things have been great this year.
Oh, my God.
Well, I don't even watch them. I honestly don't know.
No, I can't be
bothered. It doesn't exist. It's so bad. Mike White's playing well, though. You guys should be happy about that. And you have a competent quarterback back there.
I don't – you know what it is? Like, I don't dislike Mike White. There's so many Jets fans that are so, like, one-sided about who they want to play and who they want to be successful. I want the Jets to be successful. I am not a Mike White fan. I am not a fucking Zach Wilson fan. I am a Jets fan. The minute they don't play for the Jets anymore – I couldn't give a fuck less if they fall down a flight of stairs and break every bone in their body. They don't play on my team. Like, I'm a Jets fan because they're the New York Jets. They represent my city. They represent my city. So the minute you're not on that team and you no longer represent my city, I don't fucking care about you. Dude. Like Elijah Moore can go fuck himself. I hate Elijah Moore. Can't stand him. Can't stand him. And George Pickens just did the same shit this weekend, complaining about his targets in a game that they won. Fuck George Pickens, too. Like, the Steelers won a game. That don't happen very much this season. And you're going to bitch because you're not the reason that they won? Fuck you. Mind you, Elijah Moore was bitching about Zach Wilson before. He's been a new quarterback for fucking 2 weeks, and he still ain't caught shit. I think he has, 3 catches over the last 2 games, and he fucking dropped one yesterday on Sunday, and he couldn't drag his damn 2 feet because it would have caused him to sacrifice landing safely. So he was like, fuck that. I'm going to try to put 1 foot down. I'm not going to try to sacrifice landing. I might hurt myself. I can't have that and give it up for the team. That's not. Did you see?
Speaking of that, did you see last night the Bucs game against the Saints? Mark Ingram was like 6 minutes up in the fourth quarter. He was he's basically free for a first down. All he had to do was like just dive over the first down marker and stay in bounds. It would have wasted another 40 seconds. It got them a first down. They would have had another 3, or at least wasted the Bucs timeouts, or have 3 more possessions, at least 3 more downs to kill the clock more. And he ran out of bounds because he didn't want to get hurt further.
Yeah, he actually apologized.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. He posted on Twitter. He posted an apology. Here it is. I'll share it with you so we can see it.
Yeah, because that was a bad play. Because they would have won that game then if he goes straight.
He said, I'm sick about this one, regardless of circumstances or how I feel. I have to get that fresh set of downs for the squad. I apologize to my teammates, my coaches, and my city for my crucial mistake. We work way too hard and sacrifice blood, sweat, and tears. I will be better.
You know, then I take it back. Then Mark Ingram, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have talked shit about it. Take it back.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's too many Jet fans out there that are rooting against one player or another on their own team. I don't root against Elijah Moore. I just don't like him. I mean, there's plenty of people I don't like that are on my team. I can't stand Josh Donaldson, but I don't sit here and actively say like, oh, fuck Josh Donaldson. You know, I just don't like him.
And wait, before I guess you guys are done with Jets, right?
Yeah.
I just want to pull up real quick a clip from the recent because Deshaun Jackson just returned, so it was the Texans versus the Browns. So just real quick, this clip from the game.
Come on out, you rapist!
Did you guys?
Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson. Totally different guy.
Deshaun Watson. I mean, look at that. That's how they introduced him. What a stand-up guy.
Did you guys see this?
The memes. Wait, I'm sorry, TJ. The memes for Deshaun Watson. It's because I don't like Deshaun Jackson, so that's why.
I don't like Deshaun Jackson either, but goddamn, like he didn't.
Deshaun Watson. The memes about Deshaun Watson being there, they kept showing like how he was like, because the guy Tony Busby, the attorney, had his suite at the Texans game and brought all the victims there, and they all were like, they were showing so many different fucking memes about it. It's hilarious. But go ahead, TJ. Sorry.
Did you guys catch this? I think somebody the guy recording this deserves an apology. Hold on. Figure out how to share screen. Is that working?
So Mike says he says, I'm so sorry. I had the under and protect that bag. Mark Ingram. Good one, Mike.
That's hilarious.
TJ,
Matt,
click
like
present. Wait, nobody saw it. Nobody saw
missed
that.
it?
Yeah, you got to do
nobody
it.
saw that.
All right, fuck it. I'm not fucking with this thing anymore. Essentially, it was a fan as Mike Tomlin's walking down the tunnel. Goes, thumbs up, Mike. Let's go for the win. And he goes, I'm fucking working. You couldn't give the guy a thumbs up, you douche. Like, I get it. Your job's on the line because you fucking suck, but that's such a dickhead move. Like, if I was that guy, I would have threw a fucking soda at him. Like, fucking throw me out. I don't care. Like, that's such a dick move.
Here's a ride. That's why I hate being a Jets fan sometimes, other than the failures, the toxicity of our city, of our fan base can be overwhelming. Yeah.
You know,
dude,
Ryan,
it's just Twitter though. It's like just Twitter. You want to talk about toxic though? Did you see that? What was it? The Michigan Buckeyes game where there's a lot of TikToks around it. Somebody with a Buckeyes jersey is going over and just saying like, "Hey guys, let's go, good game." And they're like, "Go fuck yourself, come over." And they're like trying to grab him and throw him on the floor and shit. Like, really, for a football team, that's pathetic.
Like, not at all. If I were at the Army Navy game, I'm cracking skulls. Go Army.
It's just so dumb. Like,
no, it's great.
People complain about going to like Madison Square Garden, like Devils fans or Islander fans. Like, it's pretty calm. If you go there and you can't
see Billy Joel play for the 8 billionth time because he got another DUI and he needs money to fucking pay off his lawyers.
I'm pretty sure he lives there at this point. He just plays for rent. And like, you know, whatever hot dogs they don't sell at the end of the night.
I'm sorry, Ryan. I don't get that. Why do you leave the keys upon the table? Is that a Billy Joel song?
No, that's the I think the song I was singing. Wake up, watch the keys up on the table. Is that the toxicity song? What is that? System of a Down.
System of a Down.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize you said that.
Dude, sports fans are so toxic. It really is. Like, have fun with it. Like, it just, there's no reason to get into a fucking fist fight with somebody from another opposing fan base because they're just like, oh no.
Hold on. If I'm at the Army Navy game, I'm not getting into a fight with a member of the opposing fan base. I'm getting in a fight with a sailor.
Mike Burlon, yeah. Hold up. No way Tomlin's job is on the line. Dude hasn't had a sub 500 record ever. I understand, but their fan base is over whatever's going on. So who's going to get cut?
The most insane thing about the Steelers,
the offensive coordinator, his name is Matt Canada.
Yeah, but it's just it's going to happen. Tomlin's been there too long. They want to change, and they've been their own fan base has been talking about getting rid of Tomlin.
Offensive coordinator named after one of the worst countries on the planet. Like, why would you even hire that man?
Do you see what? There was one game they won, and the kicker said to Matt Canada, "This isn't because of you.
No, did they?
This is a few weeks ago.
Brilliant.
Look it up.
Brilliant.
The kicker says to him, he's like, what are you celebrating for? What was it because of you?
Wow.
He's right though. Mike's right though. The Rooney's don't change coaches. They've had 3 coaches in their entire history, pretty much, right? Since like 1960 something.
I don't feel like it's their entire history though.
Not entire history, like 1960 something. They had 3 coaches.
Probably since the 70s, yeah.
Before the 70s and the 60s. I think it was like 69. Chuck.
Well,
Noll,
I'm saying it was Bill Cowher.
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin's been there for like 15 years, but Bill Cowher was there for like 15 years. I mean, I feel like that math don't add up.
30 years.
Was he?
Yeah. He was
How old is Bill Cowher?
Bill Cowher was probably up there for 20 years. Nah, maybe not 20 years, 15 years maybe.
I'm saying because he was born in 57.
You gotta look it up. While I look that up, though, let's take a quick commercial break because we haven't had one yet. So we'll be right back. When we get back, we'll figure out about the coaches and then we'll talk a little MLB. Actually, no, we'll do Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Fellas, the fantasy football draft season is right around the corner. CeeDee Lamb is good, but have you seen these beautiful balls? It's time to get your snake looking right for this snake draft with sponsors of today's show, Manscaped. The leaders in below-the-waist grooming have created a championship lineup with the Performance Package 4.0. Join the 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get ready for kickoff by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with the promo code BellyUpFantasy. Inside the Performance Package 4.0, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance Boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. Tom Brady didn't come out of retirement for you to have hairy balls. So slot it at the quarterback and get 20% off and free shipping when you use the promo code BellyUpFantasy at Manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping when you use the promo code BellyUpFantasy at Manscaped.com. It's time to put the PP back in a PPR league.
We are back. So Chuck Noll was 34. He took over in 1969.
Till 91.
Till 91. So then that was Bill Cowher.
Yep.
And then Bill Cowher and Mike Tomlin. Since 1969.
They have had 16 coaches in the last 80 years or whatever it is, 90 years.
He said Mike Berlin actually said 6 coaches since 1957. So pretty impressive.
That is true. 6 coaches.
I mean, he was age. He was 34 when he took over. 1969.
Chuck Noll was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why he was there.
Bill Cowher wasn't.
No, Bill Cowher wasn't. I'm saying Chuck Noll was 34 and he took over at.
Well, back when he took over, people only expected to live till they were 45.
That long ago. Jesus.
So we're talking Harry Potter?
Yes, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer Stone. So just a little background on why this is a big deal. I've never read a Harry Potter book. I've never read anything, no spoilers, never even cared about it. I've never seen like any of the movies, clips, nothing. So I'm literally going to this blind. And Nick and TJ finally convinced me to watch this because Nick had called me a muggle and I wanted to know what it meant. And I found out what it was. I was offended.
Filthy muggle.
A filthy muggle.
You ever watch all the Star Wars? Can we call you a Nerf herder?
No, I am a Star Wars fan.
Oh, okay.
Because don't call me that. It's offensive. Only we can say that.
Only we can use that word.
No, what makes me laugh is that so the movie first starts. I thought that was Molly Shannon, the Aunt Petunia.
No, you know who that is, right?
She looks like she's a British Molly.
Have you ever seen Super Mario Brothers?
She does.
Yeah.
She plays Lena in Super Mario Brothers.
Oh,
it's incredible!
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Oh man,
scruffy looking. Yeah. So anyway, I get immediately get into this thing because like Hagrid's like a favorite character because he's like so big and stupid.
Oh,
a little fucking respect.
Come on, guy.
He is
stupid. No, he's laughable. You know what I mean? He's like, lovable. He's
a sweetheart.
He's like Hodor. He's like, oh, I shouldn't have told you that. No shit, idiot. He lets every secret out. The guy can't hold a secret to save his life.
Dude, he's one of the best characters, and you're sitting there shitting on him.
No, listen. I like Hagrid, but he's stupid.
Rest in peace, Robbie. So here is Harry's aunt in Super Mario Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Incredible!
Was she ever young?
Ever young.
And I want to say they were inspired by fucking Home Alone 2. When Mark grabs onto the thing and just gets electrocuted. That's
that was a pretty bad scene.
Oh man.
We'll get flagged for that one.
But that was Harry's aunt in
It's really funny. That was her. But the Weasleys annoy me.
What?
Why? Because they're gingers? My nephew's a ginger. Say that shit to my face.
They have souls.
Bastard. You bastard.
Show a little respect, guy.
First of all, gingers do have souls. They have a freckle for every soul they've stolen.
I was going to say, first of all, you've said you always make fun of Greg for not having a soul, so that's why I made that joke. No, the Weasleys are all right.
So he's a special kind of ginger.
Yeah, no, the Weasleys are okay. They're a little. They're like that. That family just like a ton of fucking kids. Like one.
They've got to be Catholic, right?
Yeah, they have to be. Well, they're probably Irish.
Or Irish.
Yeah,
like
just Irish. There's
clearly,
Irish
they're not Irish because they're from England. But right on.
No, they're Irish Catholics.
They're not though. They're from England. So
I know, but
they're not Irish.
So somebody could have immigrated.
There's only like one. There's like one or two Irish guys on that in that book / movie, and one of them literally is always trying to turn shit into alcohol. Seamus, whatever his last name is, I can't remember. Seamus McSomething.
So you know,
Seamus O'Toole. He's always
hang out with him.
He's always like, Wick's Ping Habit turn this water into rum, and then it explodes and blows up in his face.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did do that. That kid was pretty cool. He's like, I'm trying to make this rum, and like he made it into like toad's water or some shit. No, I also liked I didn't like Dumbledore. I don't know why. That guy he's crazy. He's like the grand wizard. What is
Second Dumbledore is better than the first. End of story.
You know, I've heard the opposite.
So wait a second. I thought the entire time Ian McKellen played Dumbledore.
He's fucking Gandalf, bro.
I thought they were the same people, the same person.
They are not the same person.
Role. And Alan Rickman, Snape. I don't trust that Snape. I don't trust him.
Well, you shouldn't, but or should you?
Oh god.
I just don't. I know
Alan Rickman might be the best actor in the entire series.
You know what's crazy is Alan Rickman didn't get famous until fucking he was like 35.
Who, Rickman?
Alan Rickman's amazing.
Yeah, he is. I just don't trust him. But that's
his role as Snape is literally the book.
Yeah.
Like he must have been the only person that read the book and was like, oh, I can do this. Because everybody else sucked. I take it back. The first Dumbledore was great. The second one, not so much. He's over.
Nah, I prefer.
If you read the books, the second one is over dramatic, and it may just be the way that the director wanted him to portray it. But there are certain scenes where he gets angry, and Dumbledore in the book only ever got angry one time and didn't even say anything. He did something. He just like when he walked in the room, he walked in with like a fury, but he didn't say anything, and he came in and kicked ass and dipped, and then he was just like, "Hello there, Harry. How are you today?"
I'm sorry. The first Dumbledore, it's like the whole time, like this guy's gonna offer me a fucking Werther's original at some point.
I mean,
some kind of rap candy.
Books, that's Dumbledore in the books. Dumbledore in the books has the cookie tin with the sewing stuff inside. That's Dumbledore in the books.
It's terrible.
Dumbledore in the books eats toffee and shit. He's like, toffee. It's delicious.
Oh yeah, he did that scene at the end. He's like, "Oh, this is like toffee."
No, earwax.
Earwax. Alas, earwax.
Oh, right.
Maybe it's delicious toffee. Earwax.
Oh, that's what he says. I was kind of in and out of it. Why?
How are you in and out of it?
Because I put it on while I'm working.
Somebody
horrible, bro.
Wait, why does? So is this going to be like Voldemort's really like Harry Potter's dad? Is he like Star Wars?
Yes. Voldemort is 100% Harry Potter's dad.
Cuts off his hand in the Cloud City, 100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why did Voldemort kill his parents? Can someone explain this to me again?
You have to fucking watch the movies, guy.
Oh,
Wait,
dude,
they didn't tell us yet. I thought it was because they were wizards.
They don't tell you until Order of the Phoenix, dude.
Which is how many movies in?
5.
It's like 8 hours from now.
Is it? Is Order of the Phoenix? Yeah, Order of the Phoenix is 5.
I just read the books, dude. I'm up to. I just finished Half-Blood Prince.
What number is that?
6.
Damn.
And then
Half-Blood Prince might have been the best one. Half-Blood Prince is up there, and I think Goblet of Fire.
I like the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
It was good. It's just,
and I'll tell you offline because I don't want to ruin it for Ant, but I'll tell you offline. I'll text it to you.
Wait, how many movies are there? There's 9 movies?
8.
That was 8. Okay.
8. Wait, hold on. Half-Blood Prince is 6, and then Deathly Hallows is 2. Yeah, 8.
Also, I have a question. If Harry Potter is this great wizard, why doesn't he study like Hermione?
Hold on. Who said that?
He's like famous.
It's a misconception. You'll figure it out.
He didn't die. That's the only reason he's famous.
That's the reason why he's famous. So
he's the boy who lived.
Dude, are you fucking? Did you watch the movie?
Not at all.
They literally called him the boy who lived.
No, I know. So he's only famous because he didn't die. So like Hermione Granger is obviously the superior of the wizards between the 3 of them, right?
No, she's superior. Yeah, she's a half-blood, but she's superior in. Like she knows shit. She's a smart kid.
Natural
She's
ability.
a valedictorian, essentially, but not naturally gifted. You'll figure it out.
She just knows. Wait, what does half-blood mean? She's half human?
It means no. Actually, she's a mudblood. Her parents are muggles, and she's got magic.
Oh,
a half-blood would be like Hagrid, who's half giant, half wizard.
So when do I learn that?
Let's watch the movies.
Because I didn't learn that yet. You guys might have.
Goblet of Fire, maybe?
No, because doesn't he call the second one? He calls her a mudblood.
Yeah. So how dare you,
Chamber of Secrets?
Little mudblood.
I started Chamber of Secrets. I like the flying car. That's cool.
The fucking flying Ford Escort.
Yeah.
You like the Whomping Willow?
Oh yeah, the Whomping Willow was pretty crazy. Also, Quidditch. I played Quidditch. That seems like a fun game.
I feel like you wouldn't be able to play Quidditch.
Why?
Fear of Heights.
My weight?
I said Fear of Heights.
I probably would break a broomstick, but
you could be like Hagrid and ride the motorcycle.
I wouldn't. Yeah, the Hagrid motorcycle is pretty cool too. No, I wouldn't be scared. I'd play some Quidditch, jump on a broomstick, throw some balls around.
Bet you would. Listen, on the subject of Hagrid's motorcycle, Hagrid's motorbike adventure might be the greatest roller coaster ever invented. I've never ridden it in Universal Studios.
I'll have to go and check it out.
Oh, dude. Listen, at the end of the day, if you go to Universal and you don't walk around with a wand and have a good time and play with all the interactive fucking things with your wand.
Butterbeer.
Butterbeer is gross. Reminds me of cream soda.
Fucking amazing. How dare you, sir?
Gross.
Get out of my house.
Gross.
No!
Sorry. Butterbeer is literally cream soda. Nasty.
No, it's not.
It is.
Actually, soda. I don't really hate or make fun. I make fun of Hagrid, but I'm just joking. But I really can't stand Harry's family. They're terrible people.
That's the
You're
point.
Not supposed to like them.
Dude, yeah. Listen, like, when you get into it, you'll figure it out. But
nerves, man,
there's a lot. There's a lot around that too. There's a lot of. There's the theory is because you'll figure it out later as to why, but Harry's influence on them may have made them miserable people.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about, right, Nick?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't?
His mother was a fucking jealous bitch. That's why she doesn't like.
No. So the theory got Rook. Tune out. Put your fingers in your ear.
No, I don't care. I'll listen.
So all right. I don't want to fuck it up for Rook. I'll just say this: Horcrux, right?
Yeah.
And because Harry,
supposedly
the theory is
I'm buying that shit.
Yeah, bro.
Shenanigans. No.
Bro. He makes people around him miserable.
No fucking way.
I believe it.
I would say
because in the books he basically lives with the fucking Weasleys, and they're not like that.
Yeah, but they're magic. Maybe less of an effect.
No,
Muggles.
No. His family was fucking miserable because his mother hated her sister because her sister was fucking awesome and she was just a fucking normal ass muggle with no magic whatsoever. And she was jealous. That's what it came down to.
And then what? The husband's just an asshole?
Yeah, he fell for a woman. I mean, generally people don't marry fucking pleasant people if they're fucking miserable fucks.
But it looks like a rat. It looks like a cartoon rat from like Bifo Goes West. You ever see the movie?
I have seen Bifo Goes West.
Just like one of the fat rats from that movie. So you got British Molly Shannon, and you got a fat rat. No, one of the Bishop. Oh, you know who else is annoying? Does he get better? Neville Longbottom.
I fucking love Neville.
He's such
Neville the hero.
Agreed. And Neville essentially has the same story as Harry.
Facts.
Really? Well, here's my other thing. The points are arbitrary, right? They just make them up on the spot.
Yes.
Like they just like
whose line is it anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, oh yeah, 50 points minus because you guys went out after dark. I don't fucking know. It's like, what are you doing? And then at the end, Gandalf was like,
Dumbledore, motherfucker.
Oh, Dumbledore. Dumbledore was
oh my god.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you guys 110, 60 points.
His face is on fucking chocolate frogs. Where's your face? Nowhere.
It's like I just gave you guys 110 points, perfectly enough to get you guys enough to beat Slytherin.
And one more thing.
Yeah. We take that house cup, those poor children in Slytherin. They had a win taken away from them. So
essentially, Slytherin is based on like the most shitty fucking kids in the school.
I know.
That's what encompasses House Slytherin. Their traits are being vile and deceptive and deceitful. And
at what point do you sit there and go, listen, if you're going to go to House Slytherin, you're not coming to the school?
TJ, wouldn't you be miserable if you won the House Cup and then they gave it away to Harry Potter because of some bullshit?
No, because the whole movie's based around Harry Potter, so who the fuck else is going to win?
I would have been in Gryffindor, so...
Listen, it's pretty good. I can't wait to see what happens next.
So watch them. Not during work, so you tune out, and then you ask us ridiculous questions.
I'm 30 minutes into Chamber of Secrets, and he's still... Oh, he couldn't walk into the wall. What's that about?
You'll find out. Platform 9 3/4. You'll find out.
It's actually kind of cool, the platform. I like how they do the magic where they actually showed him going through the wall. That was pretty cool.
You know that's actually there, right? At King's Cross?
Yeah, no, I saw they have it there, but you can't run. You obviously can't run into the wall.
No, there's a line so you can take a picture with that shopping cart.
No, I know. I've seen that.
And you can run into the wall in Universal Studios.
Can you?
Yes.
Nick, we're going.
What was I doing?
We're going to be in Orlando.
Back by my parents.
Yeah, if you go to King's Cross in Universal, it's pretty much a mirror effect where it looks like there's a wall in front of you, but there's not.
Well, Nick, we're going to Orlando for Chris's bachelor party. We'll check it out.
Are we going to Orlando?
Yeah, they didn't tell you yet?
No, they told me something. I just didn't read it.
Yeah, they emailed. They're going to Orlando for it. So.
If we're going to Orlando, I'm staying at my parents' house, and they can fuck right off with the fucking paying for
that house. That house is insane.
Yeah, you guys will have a good time. Sorry, I blew all my money on. Well, I never even announced it. We teased it, but
you can fly down with me and stay at my parents' house too, and just show up and play for free.
So I don't have money. I don't got money for it because might as well throw it out there. So me, my cousins, and my brother do a golf trip every year called the Par Then Bar Invitational, where we play each other 3 rounds of golf. This year's going to be only 2 rounds of golf, at least where we're going. I was lucky enough to put in for a raffle, essentially, to be able to book a tee time in Scotland at Old St. Andrews, and we won it. So we are going in May to Scotland, playing Old St. Andrews, the old course, and Jubilee. So we will be traveling a couple $1,000 flight, 7 hours on a plane just to go play golf for 2 days, walk around Scotland for a day, which is going to be cool because it does tie into Harry Potter, because essentially Edinburgh was the basis for Diagon Alley and all that stuff.
Hogwarts is in Scotland.
It's based, so the castle, Edinburgh Castle, sits up on a hill, and it's essentially looks like how Hogwarts is high up on the hill and you're down on the streets below. But all the shopping and stuff, I forget the name of the street in Scotland, but J.K. Rowling literally said that is the inspiration for all the shops and stuff like that in Diagon Alley and what's the other street in the book? Whatever. It's all
Diagon, like
Hogsmeade. Yeah.
But why put Diagon Alley in London if you're going to be inspired by Scotland? Like, it would make more sense for it to be in Scotland, considering that Hogwarts is in fact in Scotland.
Yeah, I don't know. But essentially, J.K. Rowling walking around the streets of Edinburgh in Scotland, that's was her inspiration.
Wow.
And they have a shit ton of Harry Potter stuff, so.
I'm jealous of you going to St. Andrews, that's for sure.
Dude, I'm not jealous of the 7 hours I got to sit on the flight.
That's
not going to be fun.
You'll be all right.
You don't have to wear a mask for fucking 7 hours.
Dude, don't jinx us. You never know.
If you're in the Vegas
Saudi
like
Arabia wearing a mask for fucking 2 days in the airport.
If you're in the Vegas is like 5.5, so that's like only 2 extra hours. It's fine.
Yeah, so dude, it's funny too because I mean that'd be great content for the podcast, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time to film anything while I'm enjoying everything.
Yeah, well, I would you want to anyway? Just enjoy your experience, you know,
dude. And we're still figuring out where we're staying, but we're trying to stay in St. Andrews so we could just essentially hey golf and then just pubs all night and walk back to the whatever Airbnb we get.
That's it. All right, well,
hell yeah.
Quick break. We'll come back with the MLB Hot Stove. Hot Stove.
Support for today's episode comes from True Classic. This brand new sponsor has the absolute best fitting t-shirts a man can buy. Finding the right t-shirt with a little bit of a dad bod is incredibly frustrating. Most t-shirts are either too tight on your gut or look way too big and boxy. You're not in high school anymore, and it's time to upgrade. True Classic has already helped over 2 million men finally get a better fit at an affordable price. Our listeners get access to the best deal they offer. For a limited time only, get 20% off with the promo code BELLYUPFANTASY at TrueClassic.com. Almost all men's t-shirts are designed to look good on skinny models with six-packs, but most of us aren't packing anything but a few beers. Fellas, you are wearing the wrong clothes. True Classic tees taper off towards the bottom, but they fit tighter around the chest and shoulders. It's time to highlight your best attributes with a t-shirt you can always confidently throw on. True Classic doesn't just stop at tees. They are your one-stop shop for men's essentials. Super easy and simple to fill out your wardrobe. From polos and workout shirts with the same flattering fit to boxer briefs designed with a pouch to keep your bulge nice and comfortable. All their gear is top-notch quality at reasonable prices. It's about time you learn how to dress yourself properly. Upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic and get 25% off at TrueClassic.com with the promo code BELLYUPFANTASY. Free shipping included on purchases over $100 and 100% risk-free guarantee with a 30-day return policy. Stay classy with True Classic. Your dad bod will thank you.
All right.
Welcome back. It's
so
not
getting into the
anymore, it's a father figure.
Yeah. Getting right into the MLB, we have to start by saying a big fuck you to John Heyman. What a douche. John Heyman, like 6 hours ago, 7 hours ago, with absolutely zero proof, zero word from any teams, announced that, yep, Aaron Judge is a Giant, done deal. And then the Giants were like, yeah, no, that never happened, and we're not even talking to Judge right now.
Correction, TJ. He actually said arson Judge.
Arson Judge. So, and then, like, he quickly apologized, and everybody on Twitter unanimously was like, hey, fuck stick. We know you really need, some kind of clout and need to be part of the MLB in some sort of way because you work for the New York Post. Nobody gives a shit. But don't be a dick and piss off every New York fucking fan by releasing bullshit because you came up with that out of nowhere, out of left field.
It's an arson Judge.
Clown. Absolute clown.
That's because
it says Aaron Judge.
Well, he edited it to fix it. But
Aaron Judge appears headed to Giants.
Yeah, but he edited it, or he deleted it and reposted a new one. But all these guys, MLB, are like these guys who are trying to be like, like Adam Schefters and like.
Right. They have to be, they think like, oh, let me say something erroneous and I can be the first one to announce it. So
I wanted the hat tip me when that's the deal. Like Ken Rosenthal will post like, Aaron Judge the Giants, and like John Heyman had it first. Like that's what they try to do, and that's why it's like he kind of jumped the gun. He probably had it loaded up in his tweets. He's just like, oh fuck, I said the wrong one. He just sent it out. I was like, oh whatever, leave it. Like that's what they do. They just try to get the scoop on everybody else. They want to be the first, and then misinformation comes out. So
yeah, listen, I mean, you want a hot take? The family of Ted Williams has traded his head to the New York Yankees. Hot take. You heard it here first. Ted Williams' head on his way to New York.
Hot take about a frozen body.
Not even a body, a fucking head.
Yeah, just the head.
Interesting transactions that have taken place as the start of Hot Stove gets heated up. The Jacob deGrom headed to the Texas Rangers.
Wait, can I just say I know you're going to go through, but this is just such an awesome day for the Mets because they lost deGrom, then they signed Verlander. So like, oh, at least we got Verlander, who's like 39 years old, is much older, for 2 years, like $40-something million. And then like Trey Turner immediately signs the Phillies, and it's like, oh fuck, we signed.
Thanks for stealing my thunder. That's cool.
Harry dies at the end of Harry Potter. There you go.
No,
that's what you get.
He does it. No, he doesn't.
You fucking get Rook.
It's called Harry
Yes,
Potter.
he does. Yes, he does. Trust me, he dies. He dies. Yes.
Are you guys serious?
Dead.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I can't believe you told him that too. That's fucked up. He totally does
You guys
die.
spoiled Harry Potter by saying he died.
At the end of Deathly Hallows, he dies.
Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Part 2. Yeah, he dies.
Dead. Like,
and you never see it coming. But you know what? He's at peace with it. When it happens, you're like, he's going to make it. He's going to make it. And he's really at peace with it. He just lets it happen.
So you know what, though? That just saved me 8 hours. Maybe more than that.
Maybe.
12 hours.
Maybe.
Probably not, though. You don't know shit.
Content. I was going to watch
You're probably still going to watch that shit.
I'm probably still going to watch it.
You should.
Just
because
to see whether or not you guys are right or wrong.
You can't trust me.
I can't trust you.
You know what's so weird is that I'm on MLB's page right now, and they still haven't keyed in the fact that Verlander signed with the Mets to end his career. Because I can't remember the last time they had a free agent roll through, and all of a sudden he got real good. Like even fucking Scherzer got injured for a good quarter of the season, a third of the season last year.
Jason Bay was awesome.
Yeah, great.
So Verlander's going to end his career playing for the Mets. Funny thing was, earlier today, TJ had to delete a tweet.
Oh yeah, I got it. I got porched
because he got porched today.
I did.
That Kate Upton was talking shit about the Yankees, and he went on this big tirade about fuck Kate Upton and fucked up.
No, time out. When I thought it was real, I'm like, because the quote was, "We've decided." I'm like, "Fuck you, Kate. You haven't thrown a single pitch. You're part of this fucking we." Is Verlander that big of a simp?
Oh yeah, my god!
I got porched. I am man enough to admit I got porched. It was brutal. I really wouldn't be surprised at all. But
we picked the Mets over the other New York team
because they boo too much.
I'll tell you what she sent. So what was posted on New York Porch Sports is. We had a higher offer from the other New York team, but we wanted to go where fans don't boo their own. Sorry, Hal. Kate Upton during Esquire Radio interview. At which point TJ goes on his tirade.
Time out. No, that's dude. Fucking Elon, get on that. You can't post quotes that are fraudulent. You can't put the quotes around
it. Page. It doesn't even say New York Post. It says New York Porch.
Yeah.
I was fucking. It was like 5:30 in the morning. I was tired starting my day, and I'm like, "Look at this."
I saw it, and I said,
that blue check immediately, which even makes it even better."
Yeah,
oh my god.
I immediately messaged.
Believable.
I commented, "You got porched," and he goes, fuck my life,
dude. It's not. That's pretty damn plausible. I mean, not for nothing. Dude, I couldn't give a shit if the Mets want to continue to pay that money for fucking people that are way over the hill. Good for them. That's great. They can get to the postseason, and then when these old ass bodies fail, like Scherzer's did in the playoffs, enjoy that. Yeah, enjoy getting there.
I think it kind of. I think listen, the Rangers. I think they overpaid for DeGrom.
100%. He's going to be fucking hurt by May.
Yeah.
Smart on the Mets, not bringing him in back. I mean, I know a lot of Mets fans are hurt about it. Listen, he wanted the money. He's getting it tax free in Texas. But I don't think that they're going to be sitting there all of a sudden playoff contenders. After he's going to get injured. I mean, it's like clockwork. It's like, oh wait, spring training's over. All right, you got about 3.5 weeks before this guy goes on the IL. Make the best of it.
I think the Rangers have their money like tied up into like 4 players. It's Marcus Semien, Corey Seager, Jacob DeGrom, and another guy. I can't remember the others. I
mean, good for DeGrom moving to a free state of Texas.
Good.
He's going to enjoy it.
Yeah, good for him.
Get himself an AR-15, go hog hunting. Why not? Get some barbecue.
Robert Baratheon died trying to hunt some hogs, so whatever.
He didn't have an AR-15, sir.
Yeah.
But so ironically enough, MLB Hot Stove does not have the DeGrom, the Verlander, or the Trey Turner signings on the page yet. However, Mitch signed a contract for 3 years in San Francisco today. So he is off the shelf. What does that mean for Aaron Judge? That the Giants are signing Mitch Haniger because obviously
I don't think it does anything with that. Listen, as a Yankee fan right now and hearing all the horse shit that has come from that organization over the offseason, it's Aaron Judge is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. You want to sit there and fucking re-sign Cashman? Gross. Why? You want to sit there and say Boone is the manager going forward? Gross. Why? Anybody can sit there and read analytics and do his fucking job because that's all he's doing. He's essentially getting handed a piece of paper and following it. Good for you. Yeah, amazing. IKF could be a starting shortstop going forward with this team. No, he can't. Donaldson is a great serviceable third baseman. Fucking stop. Please, for the love of God, stop. I think the funniest thing I saw today was somebody posted that we got him re-signed, and it was a picture of Brett Gardner.
Oh, God.
Which I wouldn't fucking be surprised.
Tommy Kahnle signs with the Yankees today.
Which is great. Absolutely great. Doesn't matter. If you don't retain Judge, it's just anybody that shows up to that stadium, you're an idiot.
I like Tommy Kahnle, but I think they overpaid for him a little bit, but I do like him. I think he's a good locker room guy. He's always been funny and he always had good Twitter clips and stuff like that with the Yankees, but I think they overpaid for him a little. But he's a good player though. I'm kind of.
They have the money to overpay. Cut the shit. Enough.
No, I know it's not my money. I don't really give a fuck.
Cut Aaron Judge a blank check. Let him write down a number and call it a day.
Yeah. It's gonna be sad. It's gonna be a sad day when they rip down the Judge's chambers.
You know what the crazy part to me is that Aaron Judge basically came out and said, "I'm going to go to the team that wants to win." And he goes based on what people want to spend. So if the Yankees want to give me my paycheck and then also go out and give some other people some paychecks, then we're in business. They're serious about contending. But he kind of made it seem like, yeah, they're not serious about winning over there anymore. So I don't know if I want to be there anymore.
Right.
So open up the paycheck. And from what I understand, a few Yankees players have reached out to the front office about getting Aaron Judge back. People are not content with Brian Cashman, who was just re-signed today to a 4-year deal.
Stupid.
Fuck Brian Cashman on so many levels, because yesterday I went on a rant for my episode of fucking Beer and a Take today saying, does he even work for this franchise? And he went and signed a contract today. You bastard. You nullified my take.
We got to cut it. We got to cut the take.
But anyhow,
you did call your beer a Hal Steinberger beer, so.
It's like, do you really want
half a star?
Do you really want it? Like, you got it.
Really pissing me off, speaking about beers, not to interrupt this hot stove, but I cannot get my hands on those friggin' Miller Lite Christmas beers. Not that I'm hankering for a Miller Lite or anything like that, but the ornament beers are so cool.
I know you can't find them anywhere. It's bullshit.
And this year they didn't do it in insert. It's just a can that's
oh, really?
Yeah. It's a full can that's the shape of it. Last year was an insert for, the Miller Lites, and you slip the can in.
It was the 8-ounce cans.
Yeah.
The full 12.
Right.
It was the insert, and it said participating stores, and I went to like 2 or 3 in New Jersey, and none of them like knew what I was talking about.
Look at Bill Light. Come on, make Christmas special. Hang a couple beers on the fridge. As people open up gifts, I crack a beer.
I don't think they're selling them this year.
What, Miller?
Yeah.
I've seen them all over TikTok.
They're probably from last year, and people are fucking...
No, because they're different. They're like bulbous-shaped cans. It's not an insert this year.
Yeah, last year was like...
you find it?
Last year you got the ball, and you put in an 8-ounce can, like a nip can, and then you would just pop it. It would go around it. You'd pop it open. This year is supposed to be... It's just a can.
Yeah. Can't find it.
And they had the website, too. Like you go on the website, and it was like, come on, like today is the day, like we're selling them, like keep checking back all day, and I would check constantly, and you would never.
Yeah, they're sold out for the season, friend.
They're going to be available in March.
I'm going to see if they're available on eBay.
They are. It's $100 for a fucking set.
Is it really? Like 6 of them.
If you pay $100 for anything, Miller,
I'll tell you what. I'll 3D print you some shit to go around your current beer cans.
Oh, this one has it for $25. Oh, but it's empty beer can. This is the empty ones. That's not really gonna help.
The best is if you look on eBay, there's ways around selling like things like alcohol and stuff like that, where they'll say like, "I'm just selling the glass that this bourbon comes in, sealed." Like that's like so essentially, yeah, you're buying a bottle of bourbon off of eBay, but it just says like, no, you're paying for the glass, not the contents, but it's sealed. It's like, I like you, you're clever.
Let's see. I'm gonna be like, honey, we could buy a new house, or we could buy $100.
Who needs a house when you have Miller Lite? I mean, all you need really is a refrigerator box.
$600 to $1,000 6-packs of Miller Lights.
Holy shit. We're going off the rails, folks.
House, but
so before we get going today, I got 2 things I want to talk about.
Harry Potter's death?
The first one being, I went to Krispy Kreme today.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, I went to Krispy Kreme today.
Warmed my heart.
And you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to show the video. Like, this shit
was the greatest.
Hold on.
Oh, God. I got to sit back for this one.
Hold on.
I enjoyed reading your text today.
How fucked up is this? This is so messed up that this happened to me today, and I'm just upset.
Ordered 6 donuts from Krispy Kreme, right? As you can see, Krispy Kreme donuts. And I said, let me get 3 glazed and then 3 jelly, right? So I eat 2 glazed and I go to get my 3rd, and I look at my jelly donut and I'm going, all right, let me start eating it from the where they inserted the jelly, right? As I examine the donut, the first donut, at least this is the first donut, I notice there's no hole. So I'm starting to go like, okay, how'd they do that? Only to find out that I have no jelly in my jelly donuts. So let's take a look at that one. Yep, no jelly. Wait, what is that? Nope, that's no jelly. And this last one, and yeah, no jelly. So they just gave me fried dough balls. And thanks a lot, Krispy Kreme.
Did they ever get back to you on Twitter?
Donuts alone? You're muted, Nick. He's still muted.
Still muted.
He's still talking, but he's muted.
He's not responding to us at all.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so they did get back to me, and they said, this is not what we like to hear. Please send details through here, and our customer service team can sort this with you directly. So hopefully we get to the bottom of this.
I will say Twitter is one of the best outlets for airing out a grievance to the company and getting a fast response, because you don't have to deal with Steve from India. You get somebody right away, and you usually get like I had an issue. Amazingly, I really don't eat McDonald's, but my wife and son like it. So if I pick it up on the way home, if I'm running late from work or something like that, and they're hungry and they want to eat some Mickey D's, and I order my wife a large Big Mac meal, and I get home and I open up the bag and there was literally like 15 fries in a large container, and I tweeted at McDonald's and they got back to me in like 2 minutes like, this is messed up. We're reaching out to, and they were like, what's the address of the location? And then the owner of the franchise at that location sent me an email like, so sorry, this is awful. Here's like a whole bunch of free value meals.
Yeah, no, calling out companies on Twitter is pretty good. And it gets many times I love bitching out companies on Twitter.
Dude, I bitched at friggin' Universal one time while I was in Universal. Their app wasn't working.
I didn't want you in though.
And they told you to go F yourself? Oh, Rook's going in and out. I think we lost Rook. He's frozen. So I did it while I was in Universal. The app wasn't working. Couldn't get a queue time for Haggard's Motorbike Adventure. And went on Twitter and I'm like, yo, your app's not working. And literally they were like, sorry about that. Here's a whole bunch of free, like, skip the line passes. But we can't give it to you for Haggard's. Keep trying. Went to customer service and told them, like, yo, like, I just want to get on this freaking ride. Like, me and my wife. Like, what the hell's going on? And they were like, open up your app, try to do it right now. And in front of them, it didn't work. And they're like, all right, here, just go on the ride. And gave me to skip the line for Haggard's Motorbike Adventure. So Twitter started it all. They were like, oh, hey, sorry about that. Here, skip every other asshole waiting in line.
Thank you, Twitter. It doesn't work because when my internet goes out, I tell Optimum they don't give a fuck. And then I did Dunkin' once, and they reached out and they were like, oh, like, we'll rectify that immediately. What happened was I bought an iced tea. I took one sip and half the thing was gone because they filled up with so much ice and like so little tea. I took like one little sip and half my cup was done. And I'm like, this is just fucking ice in here. So I hit on Twitter, Dunkin' Donuts, and they're like, oh yeah, give us all the information. We're going to send you a free gift card for like a tea and like some other stuff. Never got back to me again. I even followed up to it. Followed up and I was like, hey, you never got back to me. So where's my gift card? They never sent it to me. They just hit
it's funny. DoorDash did that to my brother. My brother totally dimed out the DoorDash driver. He ordered like, I want to say Chipotle or some shit. And where the house is, Chipotle's down Highland Boulevard. And obviously like my house is right off of Highland Boulevard, further towards the Verrazano. And after an hour of waiting for his food, apparently on DoorDash, you can see where your driver is. The driver was in like Stapleton, like just completely blew past the house and just went going about their business. And my brother's like, I don't want the fucking food now. This is bullshit. And they sent him like a $50 gift card. Like, sorry about that. We'll let the driver know they're essentially an asshole and no longer working for us.
Sounds like something that your brother would say too. Like the way you said it sounded like him.
Oh, he was pissed. He's flipping out. He screenshotted the picture. He's like, they had to drive past our house to like not give me my food.
But so the second thing, we talk about customer service and everything. The second thing I wanted to say was Secret Lab, which is the maker of this fine chair that I'm sitting in right now. So I got this chair, 2019. Now they usually have like a 2-year warranty on it, unless you like file for like a 5-year warranty or whatever. Essentially, my chair broke because I'm a fat ass and I'm sitting in my chair and it broke. So like the other day, I can't recline in it because I'm afraid it's going to snap in half if I lean back too hard. I email them and I'm like, hey, my chair is broken and it's not cool. And they were like, well, do you have your receipt? And I'm like, bro, that was like fucking forever ago. I don't even remember the year I bought this chair. It was pre-COVID. Like everybody knows that if anything happened pre-COVID, PC, it feels like it was a lifetime and a half ago. I was like, oh, that was 30 years ago. And you're like, no, that was 3.5 years ago. I'm like, yeah, fucking pre-COVID. But they're like, that whole year doesn't count. So like either pre-COVID was yesterday or it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
You forget that year took place or you really remember it too much.
Yeah.
Long story short, even though I was out of my warranty period, Secret Lab actually replaced the back of my chair. And now I can fully recline in my chair like a stud again. So thank you to Secret Lab. Thank you for your customer service. I really appreciate that. I want to just point those two things out. And if I get anything from Krispy Kreme, I'll be sure to let everybody know and I'll share it with you guys.
Let me know. Hope they treat you better than Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts is fucking trash, and anybody who goes there doesn't love themselves.
It's true.
It's like people who eat Hot Pockets think it's Italian food.
Or Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. Jesus Christ.
The bottomless bowls are not bottomless.
And this breadsticks is bullshit. I tried to sit there for like 7 hours one time. They stopped serving me.
Yeah. Sir, you can order anything?
On the breadsticks, guy.
I'm just here for the breadsticks.
Listen, and you know what? People can run down Red Lobster as much as they want, but those Cheddar Bay biscuits are fire.
I knew you were going to bring up the fucking Cheddar Bay biscuit.
I knew that was going to happen. I feel like you're a big Cheddar Bay biscuit guy.
Dude, I bought the box that you can make them at home, like the Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits box. They come out just as good at home too. It's awesome.
God. I feel like that was definitely that's something.
The funny thing is like obviously you're supposed to make like 6 biscuits. I made like 3. My biscuits were this fucking big. They were great.
I ordered
Was that?
But, do you have anything else we got going on tonight? I think that's it.
That was it. Hot stove.
We ran it down. Hour and 30 minutes.
It's heated up. It's heating up the hot
Hold
stove.
on. Before we go, our good friend over at Wrestling Addicts, Matt, asks, did I eat the donuts? I ate the ones that were glazed. The other ones I kind of messed up with my hand and they didn't look as appetizing. So I did eat the ones that were regular glazed. But the ones that were jelly with no jelly were basically glazed without the hole. Like with the hole not missing.
Yeah.
With no hole.
Like,
it was weird.
The donut with no hole is a Danish.
When Rook went and froze for a little bit, it said, looks like he needs to bitch out Verizon. I think that's the problem, Matt. Rook doesn't have Verizon.
I have Optimum, so that's the problem.
And apparently Chips Ahoy sent Matt free coupons, sent him some coupons for free cookies.
Speaking about Verizon, shout out to Verizon for fucking up Christmas. Ordered my wife the Samsung Galaxy S22 for a Christmas gift and did everything. Obviously, I'm the owner of the contract or whatever. And they fucking email my wife like, oh, hey, how you liking your new phone? Like 10 seconds after they shipped it. It's like, you motherfuckers.
Oh, God.
Wow.
My wife's like, oh, I just got an email about like a new phone. Like, this has to be a mistake. And like was going to email them back like, is there something fraudulent going on? And I'm like, don't email them back. Just went in and wrapped the phone, and I'm like, here, pricks. Thanks, Verizon.
2 weeks early, you bitches.
Fucking Scrooge.
Ouch.
All right, next week, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
And possibly Kangaroo Court. We got to get Matt in here.
Yes.
Matt expected to join us, but he said he was too high.
That would have worked out well for us. You'd be eating cinnamon chips.
I should have had him come on anyway.
All I know is the second Matt sits down at a table, we're ice bathing him. That's one way to get thrown out of Harris. You have 17, sir. Hit or stay. Funny thing is that won't be the most ridiculous thing to happen at a table in AC.
No, definitely not.
Probably right.
Dude, I'm definitely right. My father witnessed firsthand a dude die at a table. I shit you not.
Shit.
Old dude keeled over and died right at a table.
That's insane.
Dude, just like slumped over, hit the deck, dead.
That's crazy.
Dude, yeah, horrible. Absolutely horrible. The guy was there with his grandson, not to bring this down to a bet, but the kid's grandson was flipping out. And my father's just like, I just wanted to play some blackjack. I'm going to go over here now. I mean, the good news is he wasn't shot, which is definitely a possibility in Atlantic City. So,
It's so true. It's so possible. All right,
bro. I've been propositioned for comp dollars. Some dude walked up to me. He's like, "Yo, man, I got no cash. Can you give me $5 and I'll give you 100 comp dollars?" I'm like, "Please leave me alone."
Stay classy, Atlantic City.
Figure it out.
With that, I think we call it a night.
Get that on that note. You can't go any further.
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
So from all of us here at the Scoreboard Addicts podcast, we appreciate you guys. Look out for episode 7 of Beer and a Take tomorrow. I believe it's Rook on the call. Okay. So Rook's up tomorrow with his beer and his take, and I'm sure it'll be delicious. I'm sure he'll give it like a 3.9 because that seems to be what you guys are doing. this holiday season.
Wait, can I just explain myself? I actually went to say 3.8. I meant to say out of 5. And then I realized it. So that's why if you watched episode 1, you see my face like, wait, that's not right. I did not want to give it that high of a score. I was like, I'm just leaving it. It was not 3.8. It was a good beer.
You're ruining the integrity of the rating system, sir.
It was the first day. It was first day back. Warm up a little bit. I didn't get a chance to. I was leading off.
I'm doing my rating system out of 438 from now on.
I would give it like a 3.1, 3.2. It was very good, but it wasn't 3.8. I mean, Tia gave his a 4 out of 4.
Dude, dead on 4 out of 4. The only problem was the next morning because it was so sour and acidic that I woke up the next morning like just burping fucking acid.
All right.
I woke up in the morning like, I'm like, oh, that hurts.
Let's take on out. Well, you already were,
but we ride. We'll catch you again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Actually, it may not be the same bad time.
Probably
but same bad channel.
And if you value your life, don't go to Atlantic City. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.